Hey there, Bruce. Welcome back to the Prison of Lies. Let's just jump straight back in, shall we? With Chapter 3. 10 minutes. I'm not too sure how much we've got left to do in this, but I guess we're about to find out. At this stage, it looks like we might survive. So you think you got me? Well, it certainly seems like it. I'm tougher than I look. You look pretty tough. You can't bring me down like this. I'll admit that what Jay claimed is true. I was cleared of all charges for my death row crime. However, prior to that, I was charged with neglecting to pay my rent. It was a bad month for me. Is that everything you were charged with? No. I was also charged with assault. Assault? I think we need more details. I spat at someone. Spitting on someone is assault, apparently. Well, yeah, it is. That's true. Well, I can't say it sounds that bad to me personally. Great. We're back at square one. I disagree. Right now we're in a precarious situation. We have less than 10 minutes left to decide who's going to die. Even a little negative like spitting on someone should count for something. We're running out of footholds. This can't be a random choice. I agree. But to be fair to E, I don't think spitting on someone really merits much. However, there is someone here who shot at a police officer. Out of all 4 stories, I think hers paints her in the worst possible light. Oh really? This is coming from the person stupid enough to send juice to North Korea? Please spare me. Thanks, E. Actually, I agree with Jay. V was charged with attempted murder, which is far worse than any of us. She's only been cleared because of a technicality. It's been obvious all along. Sorry about this, V, but we've got to vote for somebody. I understand. I understand the desire to vote for somebody, anybody, but please believe me, I do not deserve to die. You certainly seem to believe it yourself. Please, trust me. You don't know the full truth. What? Wait, you're not lying? So does that mean you have been lying? Technically, I've not been lying. However, I've not been entirely forthcoming with information. Kinda sounds like lying to me. I can't tell you exactly what I mean. For certain reasons... Come on, what do you have to lose? This is getting annoying. It sounds like a trick. The thing you aren't telling us could be an awful crime that you committed. I've never committed any crimes. What? But I thought you attempted murder. Was that not a crime now? That's all I'll tell you. Just please think for a second about what I might be trying to say. Under what circumstances is shooting at someone not actually a crime? Do you mean shooting in defense? But robbing a place was still a crime. How could you have claimed to be innocent? I had no idea myself. I looked around at everyone, searching for a clue in their expressions. E's eyes had a glint. Well. I think I might know exactly what you're talking about, V. See if you can answer this question. Who were you shooting at? I can't answer that question. I thought so. Everyone, vote for E. Vote for V. What? She can't be trusted. She's been lying about who she is. You've been pretty suspicious yourself, eh? Even without taking your personality into account, you've lied and deflected. I don't trust you. Good to know. Q, you've been quick to change your mind about a number of things. Are you sure about anything? Or are you just weighing popular opinion and conforming to it? If you're implying that makes me suspicious as opposed to open-minded, then I'll have to disagree. Just an observation. Jay, you've been letting yourself slip into the background for a while now. But looking back, a lot of your answers were strange. You've been kind of vague about a few things, and I find it incredibly hard to believe the story you told us about your crime was true. Did you leave anything out? Of course there were parts I left out. I told you it's a long, boring story. Yeah, I'm voting for North Korea, girl. Either her or V. I'm voting for you, E. I'm voting for Jay. They won't leave him with much choice. I'm voting for V. If I do, E will be more likely to also vote for V, right? Righty? Possibly. Vote with me, Jay. E's been rude to everyone this whole hour. I've changed my mind. I'm also voting for E. Don't know what I was thinking. She's the obvious choice. You shouldn't do that. Remember the rule about ties? If me and Jay vote for you, and you and Q vote for me, then both me and you die. True. Jay, vote for E. Okay. I don't know what to do at all. Stupid brain. I'd always vote for E. She sucks. I don't know. I know the time's almost up, but look, here's my deal. E, if you tell me what V's secret is, I'll vote with you. V, if you tell me what your secret is first, I'll vote with you. Fine. My secret is that I wasn't a robber. I was an employee at the bank. Oh, wait, that changes everything. Why'd they arrest you then? That isn't the whole truth though, V. I remember during his statement, V said I broke the window to get inside. How many bank break-ins involve breaking and entering through a window? Sounds more like a home invasion to me. Not necessarily. Well then, she should have no trouble clarifying. Was it a home invasion, V? Fine. The incident where I fired my gun was a home invasion. Wait, then what was she hiding? V was never a robber. She was a police officer. You're wrong. There you go. It's true? But how'd she lie about that without setting off the lie detector? Don't play dumb, Q. I'm sure you know. As I'm sure everyone in this room knows. The lie detector isn't infallible. It has an obvious weakness. Half-truths. Exactly. You only have a minute and a half left on the clock. Well, there's one thing I'd like everyone to do. Please say, I've never used half-truths. I'll go first. I've never used half-truths. I've never used half-truths. I've never used half-truths. I've never used half-truths. Well, then we're back at square one. No, none of us knew what to say after that. The whole hour seemed to be completely wasted. So we should just vote for E, because she's a cantankerous twat. I shouldn't have been so surprised. Why did I assume I was the only one who could outsmart the lie detector? I was an idiot. So of course everyone else had to figure it out. They probably figured it out before I did. The clock ticked down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Chapter 4. The Vote. Seems obvious to me still. E's gotta go. Oh, I didn't save. Oh well. She'll be right. Time has run out, everyone. I hope that you've decided wisely. As part of the voting options, you'll also have the option of choosing yourself, just in case you'd like to be heroic. Wait, we can do that? It's tempting. You should have said that at the beginning, Warden. Then maybe we wouldn't be in this mess. Wait a minute, they? Yes, my cover was blown just a few seconds ago, Q. The truth is that I'm not one of you. I've never been charged with a crime. I am in fact a guard at this prison. I was included among the group to make sure none of you got violent. I'm glad it wasn't an issue. But that truth was not supposed to be revealed until after the voting was over, but E figured it out. I may have given out too many hints. Wait, if we hadn't figured it out, and we voted for you to die, I was never gonna die. It was a trap. What? What do you mean? I think I know. Even though you three are all innocent, if you'd sentenced one of our guards to death, obviously, that would have been punished. Then we would have got to execute all three of you. You bastards. Why are you so mad, Jay? None of this was fair to begin with. I'm not surprised it was really like this. Your choices are J cleared of sending aid to North Korea, Q cleared of being an accomplice to murder, and E cleared of shooting at a police officer. Please vote wisely. Do we actually get to vote? I had no idea who to vote for. Maybe myself? No, I didn't want to die. But then again, who would I vote for otherwise? E and Q both seem to be telling the truth. V was the one who had been lying, and yet both of them admitted to telling half-truths. And yet, I also told half-truths. Who could it be? Who could it possibly be? I was out of time. I had to vote. Alright, saving. Of course I'm going to go with E. Because she sucks. 3 prisoners voted for E. 3 prisoners? Does that mean E voted for herself? Because V doesn't count anymore, right? E was executed on January 1st, 2011. Her last words, remember my sacrifice, you owe me. They didn't find the guilty one. I've been let off the hook. I was free. But I was racked with guilt at executing an innocent person based on nothing. I had an overwhelming feeling that there really had been a guilty one. Thinking over everything that had happened in the past hour, knowing that everyone had been using half-truths from the beginning, I knew I'd made a mistake, but it was too late. There was no way I could do it all over. I had to live with my choice. Or do I have to live with my choice? Alright, let's vote for Q then. And then we'll vote for ourselves too, just to see what happens. 3 prisoners voted for Q. Q was executed on January 1st, 2011. Her last words were, "The system is broken. They didn't find the guilty one. It is me. I've been let off the hook. I was free, but I was racked with guilt." That's exactly the same. It was too late. There was no way I could do it all over. Okay. Load. Alright. Obviously we had to vote for ourselves. All 3 prisoners voted for Jay. Jay was executed on January 1st, 2011. Her last words were, "It makes me happy to know the others will go free. They didn't find the guilty one." What do I need to do then? What? Wait, what? That means we can't, like, there's nothing else to do though. Do we play again? Revert to original game? Okay, now we're going in again, and now it's saying the subtext on all of it. That's crazy. So we get to play through the game again, but this time we get the subtext behind all of it. One of you must die after all. One of 3 of you must die after all. We have to meet the quota or our government funding is cut. I'm very sorry about this. I'm just going to read the subtext line, not the other line. The reason why I thought you should all be the ones to decide is that it seems fairer to judge. Yeah, okay, we're going to skip until we get used to it. One of you was never convicted in the first place, but 3 of you are innocent. So that was it. The warden used a half-truth to protect V. He'd also been using them. What else was he hiding? Interesting. Alright. Let's jump back in. Okay, what was that? This place has put me through hell. Not even for the thing I was actually guilty of. Oh, so that was E's deal. Things are starting to make sense. I was his getaway driver, and I have an unwitting attitude. Whoa, this was big. Does this mean Q was actually the guilty one? I had no evidence because I was aware of it. Okay. I was found innocent, but I was actually an accomplice to murder. Got her. She'd boldly lied to all of us, concealing her crime with half-truths. I had a feeling about her. I should have trusted my instincts. Back to skipping? I did not know him personally, but I knew about him. I felt horrible that he didn't get away with it. She just kept digging herself deeper holes, didn't she? I would never personally murder someone, but it's okay for someone else to do it if it's for the right reasons. I was glad because I didn't die myself. Jeez. I've been here for 1 year, but not as a prisoner, as a guard. I was a police officer who arrived at the scene while the home was being robbed. I shot at the robber and missed. It was, but I wasn't charged with it. And the police arrived on the scene immediately, and I was one of them. We were all cleared of what we were charged with, therefore I am innocent. Nice. I have never been convicted of any crimes, therefore I am innocent. I was found innocent, therefore I am innocent. They used the same shit that I did. I was found innocent, therefore I am innocent. Wow. Everyone had been using half-truths to get past V's test. Not just me. Including V. I thought over what I'd learned. My path forward was clearer than ever. Q seems the most guilty, by miles. And we're getting through it pretty fast because we can just skip now. Most of it. I represented myself as a criminal defense lawyer. Oh, so she's not even a defense lawyer. She just defended herself. I volunteered a volunteer chef at a soup kitchen, which was part of a community service sentence. Nice. I'm not a terrible lawyer at all. I'm not a lawyer at all. I'm not a terrible lawyer, I'm not a lawyer at all. Looking back, I should have tried to smear E, but now I could make up for it. How can we see the past, though? Like, we're aware of our previous run-through? Are we some kind of, like, dimension-skipping entity? I spat at someone while I was punching them in the face. I also punched them in the face. Yes, I see that. You're very good at punching faces. You look like a big face puncher. I was previously a security guard at a bank. So E's assault had been as squeaky clean as she led us to believe. But that paled in comparison to what I'd learned about Q. Shit. Oh shit, we're already at the vote? Damn, that has gone fast. And so the truth was finally apparent. I knew exactly who to vote for. Can I save now? Again? Obviously it's Q though, right? Q was the guilty one. E decided to vote for her. Once J revealed the truth. Q was scheduled to be executed on January 1st, 2011. Anything to say for yourself, Q? The system is broken. What do you mean by that? Ask the warden. Oh, right. There is something I need to know, warden. Why'd your statement about everyone in the room being innocent set off the lie detector? We already figured that out. The warden included himself by saying, in this room. Since he's never been charged with a crime, it was technically a lie. You should listen to V. She knows what she's talking about. In general, but not this. Ah. How come we can see that? We can see half-truths now. We've unlocked a new superpower. That'd actually be a real fucking handy superpower in real life, though. Although I don't know if I want to know. What is it, Jay? I can see everyone's half-truths now. And the warden just revealed himself. See, what V's claiming can't possibly be true. We thought he was saying everyone in this room had been found innocent. But what he was actually saying was one of you was never convicted in the first place, but 3 of you are innocent. The warden's half-truth revealed that he was actually referring to the 3 people in the room. The only way his statement could have set off the lie detector is if he knew Q was the guilty one all along. What? That's ridiculous, Jay. If the warden knew Q was actually guilty, then this whole scenario would be pointless. He would have just decided to execute Q himself based on the quota. That's a good point. Don't give in so easily, Jay. There's been something bothering me from the very beginning. And that thing has been the quota. In what world does adhering to a quota justify executing an innocent person? I'd like to ask the warden a simple question. Is there actually a quota? What a silly question. The lie detector didn't go off when I first brought up the quota. If it was a lie, it would have gone off. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. You hadn't yet activated the lie detectors when you said that. Of course it didn't go off. Why won't you answer my question? Of course there's a quota. I have no reason to lie about a quota. Well, there you go. Wait a minute. If the quota isn't real, then that means this entire scenario is a giant trap. And I'm the likely target, is that right? Yes, that's right. Q was cleared of her charges, but I knew she was guilty. I made up the quota in order to create a scenario in which she would inadvertently confess. I knew the only way to do this would be to make her feel safe. That was where I got the idea that she wouldn't be the only one expected to confess. She was crafty, but you'll saw through her. I thank you for your hard work. You're welcome. That was very fucked up. You're right, the system is broken. Are you really okay with this, Jay? E? V? If you hadn't figured me out, you would have been executed. Well, not V. Just to keep up appearances. Your lives meant nothing to this man. He was willing to let you die just to get to me. No, that's wrong. The warden is a good person who was trying to catch a horrible criminal. He would never have executed the others. Yeah, there's no way that's true. Right, warden? Right? Fuck you, warden, you son of a bitch. Oh, it's done. Obviously he would have executed, because he did. In the first run through, he did execute us. What an asshole. Anyway, that was awesome. That's actually my favourite locked on visual novel so far. Liked it a lot. Really liked the premise, liked the idea. Good story, good writing. Like it. Awesome. Wow. That's another one down. Cross it off the list. Move on to the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one, Bruces.